Should commercial lease agreements include zoning compliance? Imagine signing a lease for a new business location only to find out later that your intended use isn't allowed there. That could lead to costly legal issues or even having to move. So, should lease agreements include clauses about zoning compliance? The answer is yes. Zoning laws are rules set by local governments that decide how land and buildings can be used. They classify areas into categories like commercial, residential, manufacturing, or mixed use. These laws also set limits on building size, height, setbacks from property lines, and what kind of businesses can operate there. For example, a property zoned for retail might not be suitable for a manufacturing plant. Including zoning compliance in a lease agreement helps both landlords and tenants. It makes sure the property is legally permitted for the tenant's planned business activities. If a tenant opens a restaurant in a zone only approved for offices, they risk fines, forced closure, or eviction. A lease with zoning clauses clarifies who is responsible for checking the zoning status before signing and during the lease. It also helps prevent disputes later on. If a tenant wants to change their business or add signage, the lease can specify whether those changes are allowed under local zoning laws. For example, some zones restrict hours of operation or prohibit alcohol sales. Including these details in the lease keeps everyone on the same page. Tenants should always review local zoning maps and consult legal experts before signing a lease. Landlords can negotiate terms about permitted uses, tenant improvements, and remedies if zoning laws change. For instance, if zoning updates restrict certain activities, the lease can specify what happens next. In summary, including zoning compliance clauses in commercial lease agreements is a smart business practice. It ensures the property can be used lawfully for the intended purpose, clarifies responsibilities, and helps avoid legal and financial risks. Both parties benefit from clear, upfront agreements about zoning rules.